Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me for another video. I am your host, Sheena Loves Stories, and today we're going to be doing something that's an extreme first for me because this year was the first time that I got an advent calendar. Not only an advent calendar, a fountain pen, ink advent calendar. I've had all of the shorts up all of this month showing each one of the little ink swatches I've done for all of the inks. So I got the Colorverse color vent calendar from Colorverse Inks. Thank you, Hidden, my awesome, amazing hubby, for getting me this. It was a surprise. I was super excited. I did a whole dance, everything. So this had 24 inks from Colorverse into them. And there is a QR code here on the back. Oh, you guys can't see. I don't think my desk will reach it. There it is, right here. So the top 3 ink will be released. It says, while the Color Vent calendar is produced in limited quantities, following a comprehensive analysis of voting data via Google form and consumer feedback, we will select the top 3 Color Vent calendar inks as our most promising candidates for signature bottled inks. These will be released in upsized formats later. So this is exciting. So I have all of the 24 inks right here, and I've spent this whole month, maybe, since I got this until today, which is Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates. I have 3 fountain pens. I have spent all my time. I have these 3. I have a Lamy All-Star, a Lamy Safari, and then I have this cute, adorable little mini fountain pen. I don't know what company it's made from. I didn't look it up. If I look it up, I'll put it on the screen. But my husband got me this. I've spent all my time switching out inks, cleaning these pens to use up every single one of these inks this year. Since I got this calendar, and I am super excited, and we are going to do a tier listing of these inks as well as we're going to submit our votes, and I'm going to put the QR code on screen. If I can get a link to it, I'll link it in the description below. You can vote for your favorite inks as well, but I will tell you right now, we are only voting on 2 inks because Day 9 is automatically going to get voted on. This is Morning Frost on Mars. This is a Gleamix. So this is, you can see how much shimmer is at the bottom. This is an additive you add to any other ink to make it super sparkly. And I have some examples of that as well. Do I? Yes, I do. It's spread across multiple different like planners, journals, just pieces of paper that I started writing on to try to get an idea of all of these inks. So we are going to be ranking these inks. We're going to be showing them off, and I'm going to show you the inspiration from these inks as well, because I went and found those because I am, I guess, a nerd. But this is my little ink swatch book. I meant to buy A5 size planner binders of these to do some archiving for my planners, but I clicked the wrong one because I got distracted because this one's iridescent. So I got A6 instead, and that was totally my bad. So this is where I do all my little ink swatches for all of the inks that I get. And since I started actually getting inks, I decided that it was probably a good idea to keep track of them so I can get larger sizes and everything of those. So the first one is Day 1. It was Martian Dust. Okay, there we go. Now you can see that as well. And Martian Dust, the little box facts. I've been putting these on my shorts, but you guys haven't been seeing them because I guess I just didn't add. I added like text and pictures to those. You guys didn't see it. I'm so sorry. So this was the first box. Martian Dust. The red dust of Mars regularly rises from massive storms covering the entire planet. And I should have a picture up here of it. It's of a Martian dust storm, and it kind of looks like that. If you look down here, it's a little bit more terracotta. Try and get the sunlight in before I have to turn on a lamp or anything. It's kind of like a terracotta. It's a little bit more orangey than a blood red. Very neat. I wrote with it for a couple of days and it's very pretty. It's not my favorite, but one thing that I do enjoy about all of these Colorverse inks is they're super like they're juicy. I never understood what people meant when they said that inks are dry because I'm like, that doesn't make sense. They're wet. How can they be dry? Until I started playing with different, like I got a bunch of sample packs from Goulet pens when I ordered a pen and jet pens. So I got a bunch of sample packs and I started trying different companies of inks. And yes, I understand what a dry ink is now. Colorverse inks are not that. So that helps a lot, especially when I'm adding sparkles to it now with Gleamix way more than I did before. And with any type of shimmer ink, it helps out a lot to have like a juicier ink in my pens. That way it doesn't get clogged or anything. But what I really enjoy that about the Colorverse inks. But what I also enjoy is the shape of their bottles. They have these little teardrop shapes in their smaller bottles. And their larger bottles, the 30 milliliters, are these nice, they're like egg-shaped. They're egg-shaped. But what I also appreciate, this is Sheena Loves Stories. Sheena Loves Stories means Sheena, me. I love stories. I love reasons for things being the way they are. And with Colorverse inks, there's a story behind all of them. And it tells you on the little sheets of the little box facts of the flaps when you open it up where these colors were inspired from and the name, and it gives you a little explanation and it makes sense. And I went and found images of what they were inspiring of to compare the inks to them. So it's really great. I really enjoy this, but this one's kind of in the middle. I like the terracotta color. What is this? Oh, my dog is trying to squish underneath my seat. That must mean the tiniest cat in this house has been mean to him. He's here. So if my desk shakes, that's probably my dog trying to wiggle in and out. He is a pretty large size German Husky or a German Shepherd and Husky mix. So he is not a tiny dog. This is not a large desk. So if it shakes, that's what's happening. I'm not a huge fan of the color. I don't care for red inks. Like there's some of them that are pretty neat, but I don't care for red inks really. But this is like a terracotta red. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of pottery. It reminds me of home, which is funny. I grew up in New Mexico, so it reminds me a lot of that. It was a lot of little nostalgia with it. But you can see the color ink here. And this is what it looks like when it's cursive and in print. So I'm going to put this one in B. It is B tier so far, kind of in the middle of the road. I like it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. So there's going to be that one over there. It may move. We may move it around and we'll see when that happens. But day 2. Oh, it just got dark. All right, I'm going to have to turn on a lamp. It's like evening. Not even evening. It's like afternoon. It's like noon-ish here. I don't know why it just got dark, but it did. So here we are. All right. So day 2 was Apollyon. And on the box facts, it says, Apollyon, god of light and the arts. The golden light he carried held a quiet strength. And if you look up Apollo and everything, it's a lot of yellows with it. I didn't think I would like this one because I didn't think I'd like yellow inks. However, I don't know if you can see it. This is like a mustardy yellow. It reminds me of sunflowers, which was great because my awesome, amazing hubby got me this super tiny little fountain pen. It has gold hardware on it, but it also has a little like daisy on this side. I don't know if you guys can see that. It may not show it, but it has a little daisy right there. And I used that one in this because it seemed very appropriate. And I started writing with it and it wrote really well. I really enjoyed this color. This one, I enjoyed it way more than I did Martian Dust. It's just very pretty, very beautiful. And if you look at, I'll put the statues of Apollyon up there, and that's just a lot of yellows associated with it. It's really hard to try and find pictures of this like Greek god person without AI being all up in all up in there. But I like this way more than I did Martian Dust. So that one for me is going to be A tier because I can definitely see myself using that again. And because it was more orangey and more mustardy, it was easier to see. And this is my planner for this year. Like this is my planner. Let's see. This is what I usually write in. So having things being able to see in it is one of the biggest issues because it's on a nice cream color. But I could see this ink in this planner, and in my commonplace, which is this one. I was able to see it a lot easier as well. There's a lot of different things in here. But I was able to see it on white paper and as well as cream paper, which is a huge plus because I use a mixture of both. All right, day 3 was Erebus Crater. And at the southern edge of the red planet, Opportunity once sent a photo from a wind-carved greenish crater. And I saw that on the box facts. On the paper, it looks gray. There's green in there. There's a little bit of blue, but it's mostly gray. You can see like a pinkish color here. The closer it gets to the edge, it's a little yellowish. And I was like, I don't understand how this is a crater until I found this picture. It is a very good representation of it. A bird's eye view of the Erebus Crater on Mars. I really enjoyed this. I love gray inks. I really, really love gray ink. So gray inks with a tinge of anything is fantastic for me. And I really like this. I like the color variation. I like the shading in it. It works super well. I really enjoy it. Did I now put that on here? Ha, there it is. So Erebus Crater for me is an S tier. I will definitely use this again. I think if I was able to reach it, because I left this one in the calendar, I would have inked it up in my pen for when I clean them out to actually use my pens for longer use. But it's definitely one I will be using again. That's one of my favorite ones out of this. And out of the S tiers, we're going to pick the 2 inks that we are going to vote for, because once we get to Gleamix, that one's obviously going to be S tier because fucking sparkles. Love it. All right, day 4 is a shimmer ink, and it is called Milky Sea. In some oceans, bacteria emit light, and for one night, the sea glows like a galaxy. So up here, I found it's labeled as a culture of luminous bacteria showing a diffuse uniform light that characterizes milky seas. So if you look up like phosphorus seas or anything, there's a bunch of places like in tropical areas where there's the phosphorus bacteria in the ocean. When it's disturbed, it glows. And this is going off of that as well. So this is a darker blue. Not really a royal blue, more like a navy blue, but if you can see the sparkles are a lighter blue. The sparkles, it's not really picking it up on camera well, but they match the phosphorus a little bit more. You can see how it's the phosphorus in that color. And I didn't think I was going to be a huge fan of blue because I watch other people talk about inks, especially the Inkvent calendars, and they have a huge beef with Colorverse. Apparently last year was very blue-centered. And as a new fountain pen user, because this is my first year using fountain pens, I was like, why would I want blue or black? Those are the most common colors ever. Why would I want to get a blue or black ink? I'm not working in an office every day. I don't need to have those like legal type of ink colors. So why would I want them? If I want a blue or black ink, I can get a ballpoint pen. I can get a gel pen. That's fine. Until I started using a bunch of these different inks, and I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty. I like this or I don't like that. So I really enjoy the range of blues and blacks that were in this Inkvent calendar. A lot of creators were just really upset because they don't care for blue because blue is very common. I'm new to this. This is the most inks I have ever had because, well, one is 24. But before that, I've only had a handful of inks. So I'm excited about this. It's a nice, like, denim navy blue with light blue sparkles into it. It writes really well. My pen didn't clog with this. When I use shimmer, I use a medium-sized nib in my Lamy Safari. Didn't clog or anything. I don't use it on anything smaller because I don't want it to clog because that's a big hassle. And by the time I notice it's clogging, I'm not in my house. And then I get annoyed. So I try not to do that. But with the Milky Sea, I liked it. Will I use it again? Yes. Is it my favorite blue out of this pack? No. So I'm going to put it in B tier. You know what? Looking at this, I'm going to put Martian Dust in C tier. Yeah. That makes sense, right? It all makes sense. Oh, are you okay, Kane? He's stuck. Give me 1 second. Because he can't turn around because he's not an ambi turner. He has to back all the way up. So, day 5, put this over there so you guys can see it, is the void. There are voids in space spanning billions of light years. Nothing exists there. It is perfectly black. And I found a map of galaxy voids so you can see the different voids of areas where there's nothing. There's nothing. And it is just pitch black. And this one, you can see where it kind of spread out, is super extra juicy. On my glass pen is what I used this on, was just kind of, it just kind of went everywhere. And this is a dark purple black ink. Because when you, especially with fountain pens, I thought black was just black was just black. But with fountain pen inks, you can see on, it looks super black right here, but if you look at it in person, it kind of has that ballpoint viscosity. When you get, like, when you're writing so much with a ballpoint pen, you get that, like, little stuff that's in it, the ink that's, like, oily on your fingers or something, and you look at it and it shows, like, purple. That's what it looks like when you get further into this part. It's more of a purple black, but it's still very saturated. And it is very, very black. And I thought, I really like that. I do, however, have a lot of black inks. I have a lot of black inks, and it was, so I don't know if I'm going to be using this one more. I have two, I think 60 milliliters of Hongdian black. I also have a couple of other blacks from this advent calendar, and then I have cartridges of black that came with the Lamy pens. So I have a lot of black inks. Will I be reaching for this one first? Probably not. But I did want to show you guys this. So, I mixed in, oh, I don't know if you, let's see if I can get some extra light here. You see those sparkles? I mixed in Gleamix with this ink. And the Gleamix is a pearlescent type of iridescence. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but you can see it lightened it up a lot. Right next to it, I have the black ink, so for comparison. And it brought it more of a blue, but it sparkles. It looks like if you're looking up at the Milky Way. That's the best way I can describe it. And it looks so pretty. You're not able to see it on here, but I mixed the Gleamix in with the Void just because I thought shimmer ink with black ink would be great. And it made it like a blue, like a really, really dark blue with stars that you could see in it. So yeah, it's like looking at the Milky Way. It's super pretty. I really like it. But it does lighten it up, and it's really pretty. It's just really pretty. Will I be reaching out for it a lot? No. I'm going to put it in D tier. It's really pretty. It's very saturated, but for me personally, I'm not going to be using it as much. Like I said, I have a lot of black ink, a lot of just kind of straight black ink, so it's going to be a little bit hard for me to get to it. Will I mix it in with other inks because it has this pearl, not this pearl, this purplish dark blue shade to it? I may mix it in with some other inks. I may put it into like a drop of, I may put a drop into it in my light gray inks and stuff like that. I don't know. But for me right now, I'm going to put that in a D tier just because we're not going to be voting for it today. And when I was trying to find explanations for the void, and because like I said, with Colorverse inks, they have an explanation. They have a story to why they picked that ink. The thing that came up the most was the movie The Void, which also matches a lot because it has a dark, like a blue into it that matches the movie poster a lot as well. And I really like that, especially if you add Gleamix into it. I really like it. And it's a good movie. Everybody should watch it. So that was day 5. Day 6 is Sun Grazing Comet. And you see I got some ink on it, but it says a comet races toward the sun, its path glows briefly and then vanishes into the light. So sun-grazing comets are a special class of comets that come very close to the sun at their nearest approach. A point called perihelion. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. To be considered a sun grazer, a comet needs to get within 850,000 miles from the sun at perihelion. Many come even closer, even to within a few thousand miles. So there's a picture of Comet Lovejoy's tail and the head of the comet and just where this inspiration for this blue comes from. And it is a very pretty blue. You guys can see it. It is like a cerulean. I always think of, what's that movie? Meryl Streep. The Devil Wears Prada, yeah. Where she's doing the explanation, that's cerulean. It's a funny word, I like it. But that's the color it is. That's legit with the color. It is this amount of saturated in writing, it comes out still this color. It doesn't look too light or too dark. It's a very pretty blue. It is so pretty. And I'm going to put that in an A tier because I will definitely be using that ink again. I'm really excited to use it again, and I don't know when I will, but I think that's going to be, I want to put that as my go-to blue ink just because look at this. Look at this. It's so pretty. It actually matches, if you can see right here. That's pretty neat. The next one for day 7 is LGM. In 1967, a rhythmic signal arrived from space, and for a moment, we all wondered, little green men? So this is a very, very light lime green, and it looks just like all of the inspirations for the little green men, the little aliens before they were, I guess, called the Greys and made gray when they were all greenish looking. It is super light. It is so pretty. If you'll see it here, it is so pretty. But it is so light. And while I liked it, it was kind of ridiculous. And I even added Gleamix to it. You can see it right there. Like, it's hard to see on cream paper. I added sparkles to it because I thought, why not? Sparkles. And it is just, it's super light. Like right here it says Christmas Day Off. You can't really see it. But I also added a drop of green to it from a different ink that I have. So that darkened it up, but it darkened it up way more than I thought I would. I still have different shades of it. It is so pretty. I really like it. I wish I could use it. I wish I could use it a lot. This is kind of how it looks down here with the medium nib. So if you have a medium nib, it allows the colors to pool and shade a lot more so you can read it a lot easier, but it's still really hard to read. So unless you're going to darken it or have it as something else, it's not really that great for reading if you just have a normal fountain pen, especially anything finer than a medium. It's going to be really hard to read. I tried it in a couple of different pens, but I really like the color. I wish I could use it. But when I got that and I was telling my husband about it, he got me this one. This is the Colorverse Glue-On Glistening Ink. It is almost the exact same color, except it has a bronze reddish shimmer to it. And like it's almost the exact same color. I was able to, when I wrote with this one, I was able to see it a lot easier. Let me see if I can find you a sample. Yes. So it comes out like an orange. You can still see the green because of the shimmer is reddish copper. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but the red, the orange, those type of shades are all shimmer. That's where it comes out, a complete shimmer, and then it has the baser green, but it's more of an olivey green when it comes out in writing. I like it. It's really great. I wish I could use this ink more. I'm going to put this as a C tier because I really like it. I can't use it. I wish I could use it. I can't use it, but I'm going to figure, you know what? I'm going to put it into a B tier. I'm going to figure out a way to use this ink because I love that color so much. Even if it's just me using it on a glass pen with accents or whatever, I'm going to use it. I'm determined to use it. All right, day 8 is Snow Angel. Through Hubble's lens, a silhouette of an angel drifted like a taupe-colored mist. And that's the picture of it, and that matches what it writes like so well. So you can see it has the dark, dusty pink areas, but in the lighter areas, it also has that light blue in there as well. I think this is a great ink. I really enjoy this ink. This is one I also added Gleamix to as well, and it made it even just gorgeous because the Gleamix is, like I said, a pearlescent, like pearlish iridescent type of shade of shimmer. So it adds to this color and it makes it so pretty. So pretty. I wrote pages with it and it is just so pretty. I really like this. So I'm going to definitely put this one in S tier. Where did it go? There it is. Because I will definitely use it again. Definitely use it again. And this is the one you can't really see because this is the Gleamix one. Day 9, Morning Frost on Mars. Frost glistens palely on the pink of Olympus Mons in the Martian morning sun. So you add a small amount to standard ink to achieve a shimmering effect. So I don't know if you can see some of the iridescence of it on the edge of the bottle. Shake it out. It looks like a beige with the sparkles in it, but the sparkles are pearlescent. So if you think of, in your head, you think of pearls and how that kind of iridescency type looking, that's exactly what it looks like. The picture that it was inspired from, which I have up here, is exactly how it looks. Like you have the beige base kind of color, you have this blue sparkles in it that are iridescent that go to pink and a light type of white color, and it is amazing. I showed you the one with that I mixed with the Void. Let's see. Yeah, because it turned it into a blue for the Void. Here it is. This is the Snow Angel with it. So it made it, it's just a super pretty color. Just so pretty, so pretty. I also mixed it with Little Green Men, and that's kind of hard to see. So I have these extra sample bottles or sample vials from when I got a bunch of samples from Goulet Pens. So I don't know if you guys can see that as well. But this is the Snow Angel with the Gleamix in it. It looks like a little maroonish type of brown with the Gleamix in it. This is the Little Green Men that I added a couple of drops of Hongdian Teal, which is like a forest green, to, and it still has the Gleamix in it as well. And they're both very pretty. I really like adding this to everything. So absolutely, Morning Mist on Mars is an S tier. That's automatically getting one of the votes that we are doing. It is great. I think absolutely more companies should be doing additives to the inks. And I saw a lot of people also annoyed with Colorverse that they weren't doing super special inks for their advent calendar, because a lot of these are standard inks, but they did give us the way to put sparkles into them. And I really like that. If there's a way to add different type of properties to inks like this and let us kind of create our own, I love that. I love that. I will definitely buy all of those sparkles. I will buy all of those ways to add sheen, or I don't know how you do that, but I will buy it. I will buy all of that. One of the videos I actually watched was how to add a shimmer using like culinary sparkles to inks. And I was like, that seems a little iffy. But if you make me a Gleamix like the Morning Frost on Mars, you can already see I already used a lot of it. You can already, like I said, you already see I use a lot of it. I will add it to so many different inks I have, and it is so pretty. It is so pretty. I like it. Yes, please do way more of this. Definitely getting one of my votes, and I encourage everybody who's going to be voting to vote for it as well, because if we show that we like this type of thing, companies will do more of this type of thing, and then we will have a larger variety of things. Okay, day 10. Is Flame Nebula. The Flame Nebula in Orion seems to ignite as nearly starlight sets orange hydrogen ablaze. And there's the inspiration for it, and it looks a lot like that. It's more of an orangey color, like you can see. It's not really red. It's kind of like if you took Martian dust and added a lightener to it. It's that like terracotta reddish orange, except this one has more orange in it. It's a neat color. Apparently reds and oranges, I'm just like, that's cool, they're there. Not my favorites. Not my favorites. Will I use it again? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe. So I'm going to put that in D tier. We'll see if I ever use it. Blue Hole. This one is so great. This is day 11. From within the blue hole, the sky revealed a sea of unparalleled clarity. So this is an inspiration for it, like an inspiration picture. This is in Belize, I think it is. And I play Dave the Diver, and that takes place in the blue hole, and it's very fantastical, and I love it, and it's great. But this is like a turquoisey blue, a light turquoisey blue. I really like this color. I saw it, and I was just like, wow, that's so pretty. It has tints of yellow in it, but it doesn't make it green. So it has tints of yellow into it. It just goes off into this beautiful light blue color. And it's very saturated, so it doesn't get like see-through. It's one of those really light colors that I can read and have no issues with. I really enjoy it. I really like it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. You see it's super light in the bottle as well. But it's just like this picture that's on the sticker of it. It is so pretty. I love it. I really enjoy it. Will I use it again? Absolutely. I'm going to put it in S tier. And day 12 is Blood Falls. Beneath Antarctic ice, iron-rich water flows, forming a red cascade known as Blood Falls. And there's a picture of it. This is a known thing that happens in Antarctica. I think it also happens in a couple other places. I'm not too sure. But it is as advertised. It looks more red on the camera. I don't know if that'll come out as red as it is. It looks like just kind of how red it is on the picture, the inspiration picture. In real life, it's like if you cut your finger and it dried on your finger, and like I don't know if this is relatable to any. I cut my hands all the time. Oh, I thought that was blood. No, that's ink. I I end up getting paper cuts and everything all the time. Like I have cuts here currently. That one's a bruise. Cuts here. But if you have like a dried blood fleck on your hand or anything, and you just kind of look at it and it's that like just that darker red color, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like blood. It really does. And I really like that. I don't like how a lot of places put blood in things and it's like a bright in your face red. So I'm like, oh, accurate as advertised. Like it. Will I use it again? I have used it recently in a lot of my writing, and I actually like this one a lot more than Martian does. I think this is because it is more reddish brown than it is orangey brown. I'm going to put this in A tier because I like it. I will use it again. Is it my favorite? No. Am I going to vote for it? Probably not. Day 13 is Golden Mist. Particles in the air scatter sunlight into a veil of golden haze. So you can see here I got an inspiration picture of the sunlight coming through like a foggy haze, and it just makes this gorgeous color. It's a very pretty type of golden mist. And you see here, it's super, super light. It is very light. On cream paper, I almost could not see this. And you can see it's really kind of hard to see on white paper as well. In person, it's easier to see if you have like a medium nib and you're just writing with it on white paper. On cream paper, you probably need to add something a little more to it, like maybe a drop of red, or if you want it to lean more red, or a drop of whatever you want it to lean more, versus put 2 milliliters in a, that's what I do. I put 2 milliliters in a sample size, and then I do the additives on top of that. And then just kind of shake it up and let it agitate a little, and it just kind of goes. But this has orange, it has yellow, and it even has pink. You guys can't see it well on the page here, but in person, that's what it has. But like I said, it's super light. It's very light. It's like a very, very light orange. And I really like it. Will I use it? Probably not. Because I already have the Apollyon, which is... Why is that one there? Okay, I was like, wait, that's not it. I have the Apollyon, which is the more yellowish type of ink that I will go towards, because it's like a sunflower yellow. Sunflowers are one of my favorite flowers, so I really enjoy that one. Golden Mist, I probably will not use again. TBH, not gonna lie. So that's gonna go in D tier. And day 14 is Maven Mission. After a solar storm brushed past Mars, a violet aurora bloomed across the sky. And this is the inspiration picture for it. This is how the data looks for showing that aurora. It's not an actual picture of the aurora, but that's what the data portrays the aurora as. And it is a kind of magenta, but this is a straight up purple. This is a straight up purple. It is not magenta. Well, it's kind of magenta leaning, but it's in the swatch, but in actual writing, straight up purple. You think purple crayon, you think anything just right straight up purple. That's exactly what this is. And I love purple. I really do. Am I going to vote for it? No, I don't think so. There's a lot of purples out there. I like the idea behind it, but I will use it again. I'm not sure when, because I do have, when I go to purples, I haven't used a lot in my writing. Weirdly enough, when I used to buy gel pens and ballpoint pens, I used to gravitate towards purple a lot. Now using fountain pens, I'm trying to find what colors I like so I can buy them, in larger sizes. But purple's not one I reach for that often. It's weird. I like it though. Will I vote for it? No. I'm going to put that in B tier. It's a standard purple. It's a little magenta leaning, but it's a standard purple. It writes just like a standard purple. Oh, and this one. This is day 15. It's called Follow the Water. Follow the water. One sentence that set a course of Martian exploration. So this is, I'm assuming where all of these inspirations pictures are like match closest to the inks as much as I could find. And this is one I found. This is an artist's rendition of how Mars would look like with water. And the follow the water saying and how it went through a Martian exploration is it was like, there's got to be water on Mars. And we're going to follow the water. It's what if Mars had water? And it kind of goes through all of this. We have a lot of artist renditions of how Mars looked with water. And this is one of the pictures I found. And this picture perfectly encapsulates this. So I don't know if you guys can see it that well. It's kind of hard to see. But it is a beigeish tan base with a little bit of green, a little bit of pink, a little bit of orange, and the shimmers in it, because it is a shimmer ink, are blue. It is a light blue, like the blue, like blue hole blue shimmer particles in it. And that adds a completely different tone to the base ink. So if you just get the base ink has shading properties where it has, like I said, that tan beige, and it goes to a pink. You can see it on the swatch. It goes from the tan beige to like a pinkish. Some people call it like an olivey. It looks like an olive if you have the heavyish areas in person. But the shimmer is straight up light blue. Straight up light blue. I love this ink. This is so pretty. And it writes enough that I can see it. It's still very light in a cream colored paper, but it is so pretty. It is one of my favorite ones that they added. Like you can see it's a light blue pearlescent type of shimmer at the bottom of it. It is so pretty. It is absolutely so pretty. So we're going to add that to the S tier because I will definitely use this again. I really like this. If they make this in a larger size, I will buy it. It is so pretty. So pretty. Okay. And day 16 is Polar Night. This is in a season without sunrise. The sky rests under overlapping pinks and purples. And I found a picture of it, and these are in the colder areas where it doesn't really turn dark. Like, the 40 days of night type of areas where it doesn't turn dark or it doesn't turn light, where like Alaska where you have the 30 days of light, the 30 days of dark, all of those type of things. This is kind of what the sky looks like, I guess. And it is really pretty. It is really pretty. It looks gray on the paper, but it is a lavender. Like a pale lavender color. It is so pretty. And it's lavender mixed with pink. And only a way that I've never seen any other inks do these type of like two colors mixed in one, but still separate and not muddy each other. I've never seen any other ink do this except for Colorverse inks. The caveat there is I don't own a lot of inks. I don't own a lot of inks from different companies and that type of stuff. So this is something that is unique to me. I don't know if all inks do this. Do they do that? Anybody who's been a fountain ink enjoyer way longer than me will probably tell you, yes, it's probably been that way. But to me, I've never seen any other inks do this. So it is like a touch of gray to lavender with pink undertones. It's exactly what it is. It is so pretty. I really like this. I didn't think I liked a lot of the light inks I do. I know I liked gray, but I didn't think I'd like all of the light inks as much as I do. And I really like this. I will definitely use this again. I'm putting this in S tier. I have so many inks in S tier. We have 6 so far, so we have to cut that down to 3. One of those is already spoken for, so we will figure that out when we get there. But I really like this. Okay, day 17, Diamond Planet. At the heart of a small, rough planet, blue crystals lie compressed and quietly sleeping. So this is the inspiration picture I grabbed for this. There's a couple of different planets that NASA has said that are this like type of blue. Like it is a mix between the sun-grazing comet Cerulean and the denim-y navy of Milky Sea. So if you saw these two and you wanted something in between them, there's no sparkle to it. But in between them, like this was too dark and navy or denim, and this was too light and like in your face. This is the perfect in between these two. Like, even on the labels, you can kind of see it's the perfect in between. So this was the inspiration picture I found from it. There's a lot of planets that NASA say are out there. There's a couple of blue ones that inside underneath the, I don't know, it's a mantle, crust, whatever. There's some of them that have blue diamonds, blue crystal type of things in them. That's what they're speculating. Do they? I don't know. But it's a pretty color. It is. Oh, I broke the cap. Oh, that's sad. But this is kind of what it looks like. It's like I said, it's a good in-between sun grazing and Milky Sea. I feel if I'm going to go for an in-between, I'm going to pick one. So Diamond Planet, I'm going to rate as a C tier. I may use it at some point. Probably not as much. Maybe if I run out of Milky Sea or sun grazing, or if I have a specific idea of what I want to use it for, then I will use it. But it's not something that I'm going to reach for. Okay, number 18, day 18. And I use this one quite a few for quite a few things as well. You can see I got red all over the label of it. This is Red Aurora. A crimson aurora unfolds high above, sweeping across the entire sky. And there's the inspiration picture for it. Isn't that so pretty? I got to see the aurora this year. I live in Colorado. I got to see the aurora for the first time ever this year. This was last month? A month and a half? I don't know when this was. Oh my goodness, my days have all ran together because of the holiday season. Because I work for the mail carrier. I'm a mail carrier, so it's just been all smushed it together. But this is outside my house. The aurora happened. It happened in lower areas than what it usually does. And if you want an explanation on that, there was a lot of information released about how auroras happen. And this was the red aurora, and you could see the greenish at the bottom of it. This one looks a little bit more magenta out here, but it was a red aurora. And on paper, this ink, like you can see how light it is. Right? Like, I don't know if you guys can see that it was well on camera. Like, I can see it here in person. I can see through the whole bottle. I can see my finger at the bottom, at the other side. It is a very saturated red. Like, you look at it, it doesn't look like it's going to be super like it's going to be. It is like a candied red apple red. It is very red when you have it out. It has a little bit of tinge of pink to it, so it does kind of match the red aurora pictures that you may have seen. It's very pretty. I used it for my thank you notes this year. Very pretty. Will I reach for it? Not as much. It's kind of like Martian dust. I like it, but I'm just not a huge fan of red inks. So I'm going to put that in C tier. Will I, like as I said, will I use it again? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Will I reach for it? Probably not, unless I have something very specific in mind. And day 19 is Cosmic Reef. In the heart of space, a nebula blossoms like coral. At the edge of red and blue, stars are born. So this is the Cosmic Reef Nebula. As you can see, there's a lot of different colors in it, and it looks like it's just going to be a grayish black. And that's what it starts off as. Towards the left here, where it's super saturated, it is like a blue-black but it goes into a lighter blue, and it does have a kind of a red sheening area on the edges. But after the really saturated areas, there's like little, it looks like you can kind of see it on there. It looks like little sheening type of areas of yellow and red. So it looks like it has a bunch of different colors into it, and it's not just a straight up dark gray or black. It's hard to describe. It does have a lot of these colors in this inspiration into it. In writing, unless you're using a larger nib or anything like that, you're not really going to see it. The writing, it looks just like a dark gray, almost black. I like it. It's really pretty in the swatch, but like I said, you can't see it. It looks more on a yellowish edge. Like it leans towards yellow and maybe like a greenish type of black. It's hard to describe the black, but you could kind of see it right there. How it has the yellow shine to it. I guess that's a way to put it. I don't really know. But this is, I label this under the blacks that I got from here. And it's really pretty. It's really pretty in the swatch. I have a lot of them. A lot of blacks. I have grays. I really like grays. I might reach for this one a lot more than I do like the Void. But if I'm going to use a dark gray, I feel like I'm going to use an Erebus Crater way more than I'd use Cosmic. I may use Cosmic Reef when I'm out of Erebus Crater. So I'm going to put this one in a C tier. It's pretty. Will I use it again? Not unless I'd run out kind of the other one. It's very pretty, but I don't draw with my inks. I don't paint with my inks. I don't do anything like that. I write with them. That's all I do. I write with them. I have a medium nib, which I use for mostly my shimmery inks, and then I have a fine and an extra fine nib, and those are just the type of pens I use. And when I use a dark colored ink, I use them in an extra fine or a fine nib. So I'm not able to appreciate all of these other colors as much. And day 20 is Golden Air Glow. This is a shimmer ink. You can see it has bright gold sparkles at the bottom. So sunlight touches the upper atmosphere, scattering quietly into a soft golden glow. And this is an inspiration picture for it. You can see right above the atmosphere, or right in the atmosphere, it's that like yellowish golden. And then it's a brown olive background or base ink. So it's like a dark brown with a gold shimmer. Very, I don't want to say standard, but I've seen a lot of those. Because when I was searching for a good brown color, that's what I was looking for. It's like a gray brown with a golden ink. Not ink, shimmer. So what I have been using as my go-to brown ink, because I really liked it. I really like brown inks. What I have been using is this Ferris Wheel Presses Land of Shangri-La. So if you're looking for something that looks very similar or just like this, I would suggest this one. This one my husband got me. I've been using this one for my brown inks when I feel like I want a brown ink, but this is almost exactly the same. Let me see if I can find a comparison real quick. So this has like the same shade of brown. A little bit like the Golden Airflow, if I flip it fast enough, you'll be able to see it a lot better, is more warm. It has, in person, they look absolutely the same. On camera, the Golden Afterflow looks a lot like oranger than the Land of Shangri-La. But the Land of Shangri-La's shimmers are a more pale gold. They're still gold. They're like, I guess, a more champagne-y. They're more pale than the Golden Airflow. The Golden Airflow is like straight up gold sparkles. So That's the main difference that I can see physically from this. On camera, like I said, the Golden Airflow looks a lot warmer. This one looks a lot on the cooler side. It has a cooler champagne sparkle to it versus the gold, like in your face gold from the Golden Airflow, Afterflow. And it is super sparkly. It is very super sparkly. But I think that'll be a nice one if you want something similar, but kind of not really, especially if this doesn't get voted for. But the Land of Shangri-La is the one that I tend to go towards, and I do really like the Golden Air Glow. I don't think it'll be one of my go-to ones. So I'm going to put that as in the B tier. And day 21 is Pink Salt. So over thousands of years, time has seeped into the salt, blossoming into a soft, time-worn glow. And you look at this one, and it's just like Himalayan pink salt. That's exactly what it looks like. You can, if you can go to the store, if you see, picture that in your head, that's exactly what this ink looks like. It is a very pale pink. It goes from a dark saturated-y type of darker pink, but it also has a lighter edge to it, so it shades really well. It shades very prettily. I really like this. I really like this. It is so pretty. It is very, very light. Like you can see it on my swatch, it is very light. I suggest using this in a bigger nib if you want to use it, unless you're just going to be using white paper. On cream paper, it is very hard to see. It is very hard to see. It is light. You can still see it, but it's harder to see. And I really like it, but like I said, it's just really light. But I will use it a lot more. I can still see it. It just takes me a second to adjust. I'm putting that in A tier. I really liked it. It is so pretty. And day 22 is Sojourner. In 1997, humanity's first rover set foot on Mars. It introduced us to the red planet. And there is a picture of Sojourner, and this is a dark violet purple. It is like Maven Mission, except a lot darker. And it does have if you look on the label here, it has brownish, kind of like a brownish little things on here, and it does have those type of tones to it, like you can see here and here and here. In the camera where it looks like really light, like a shiny edge, it's not shiny, really. It's that type of brown mixed into it. It's very pretty, very dark. If you're not using it in a wider nib or a bigger nib, you're not going to see all of those extra ones. It's going to look more black. Like you see down here, it looks more black. It is a very dark purple. Very pretty. I put it in with the blacks in my little collection here with those black inks like Cosmic Reef, The Void, and everything. Will I use it? Probably. Will it be very often? No. I'm going to put that in C tier. Very pretty if you like purples. If you like dark purples, it's there. It's a very pretty. In a smaller nib, all you're going to see is black. Unless you're, I guess, in a light, like a very light area, that's all you're going to see. When I write, I'm usually up here at my desk with this desk lamp, or I am downstairs sitting on my couch in front of the TV writing. And so I don't take these inks and write with them outside and make them like, oh, this is so nice and pretty, and I'm enjoying all of the color properties of it. Would that be nice? Yes. I don't do that. When I'm at work, I write very sparingly because I'm at work, mostly just to time track, and most of my journaling, all of my other writing is done up here at my desk or downstairs when I'm sitting in front of the TV, relaxing from my day of work. Hopefully that'll change at some point. Right now it won't, so I just see black here. So that's going to be something I pull towards a lot. And day 23 is Lunar Black. A meteorite from the moon arrived in silence, cloaked in a black that resembled shadow. So I actually found a picture of a lunar meteorite. a lunar meteorite, because apparently this happens very often. And you can see it is very black inside this meteorite with veins of gray. And that is exactly what this is. It is a very black ink. And in the lighter areas, it's gray. And it is so pretty. As a black ink, it is very pretty. When I think of a black ink, this is what I think of. Not with any shades of purples or blues or anything. When I want a black ink, this is what I think of. Just something that's like a darker gray. Let's see if I have any other comparisons to the Hongdian, which I use. The Hongdian black is usually what I use. See, this is the Hongdian black. The Hongdian black is more saturated than this because this has the more gray overtones. So you can look at that. The Hongdian black is more of just a straight up black nib. It is super saturated. This one has shades of gold, so it does have lighter areas, not gold, gray. So it does have lighter areas into it, so I really like that. I really like it. But again, it's a black ink. Will I reach for it a lot more? I actually have it inked up right now, so I'm going to put that in an A tier. I like the way that it has the gray shading into it. And like that. That's pretty much it. All right, and day 24. Whoops, where'd it go? There it is. Winter Wonderland. This is the end of the Advent calendar. In the frozen heart of space, a star-forming nebula sparkles like snow. It is where the shape of winter quietly rests. So it has sparkles, but it doesn't have a lot of them. A lot of these sparkles in this one, besides the Gleamix, are not super sparkly. Like you can just see it has this small area. It is a light bluish type of sparkle. The sparkle again is just like Blue Hole. That's that type of light blue sparkle. But this is a teal. Like a tealy type of ink. And I thought I really liked teal. I did not know how much the market was saturated with teal. And this is the inspiration. It is the Center of the Heart Nebula, and this was taken by Peter? That guy. I have it in the inspiration picture so you guys can see it. But this reminds me of, where did it go? There it is. This is the 2024 Blue Dragon Glistening Gold Colorverse ink, which I have. I have the blue glistening and the gold glistening. So the blue from the blue glistening and this one look exactly the same. And this one is just a lighter teal than the Blue Dragon. So if you like teal, especially a little bit lighter teal, then great. It is here. It goes from like a darker teal, and then you see it has the lighter teal in it. The inspiration picture is more like a turquoisey color. And like I said, I thought I really liked teal as an ink color. I just didn't realize how much the market was saturated with it. And now a lot of them are like, these are the special type of inks. I don't know if it's a harder ink to make or whatever, but I've seen it a lot. And if I see it a lot, I'm not going to want it as much. If it's all over the place, like, cool, I have it. I got the Blue Dragon. I got 2 different types of them. I'm pretty set. That's just kind of how I feel. And it's a pretty color. I like it, like a turquoise-ish teal kind of color. It leans more of a blue. The sparkle isn't a lot. And I'm the type of person, if you're going to give me a sparkle, you better give me a sparkle. It kind of reminds me of how with makeup, my mom used to tell me that, no, the point of makeup is to highlight your natural beauty. So you should make it look as natural as possible. I went the other way of it. If you've seen me in my videos with makeup on, if I'm wearing makeup, everybody's going to know I'm wearing makeup. I like very pigmented, colored makeup, ink, not ink, shadows and that type of stuff. So if you're going to give me a sparkle, you better give me a sparkle. Which is, again, why I love Gleamix. I can add that to anything and have a massive amount of sparkle. But this doesn't wow me. I don't, like I said, the teal type of ink is everywhere. It's a light blue sparkle, which is very pretty, but there's not a lot of it. And out of all of the colors, it do have a light blue and has like a kind of purplish shadow to it, but it's not very prominent. And it's not my favorite. Will I use it? I don't think it'll be one that I reach for. So I'm going to put that in D tier. Okay, so this is the ranking for, there it goes. This is the ranking that I have for our inks, which is really great. I haven't sat down and thought about like how I'm going to be ranking these inks at all until right now, today. So thank you guys for helping me with that. Let me pull out the box so I can get, I had a phone somewhere. There it is. I am going to try and figure out what we're going to vote for here, what I'm going to vote for. You guys are, feel free to vote for whatever you want to vote for. And even though a lot of people didn't, I don't think, bought this advent calendar enough to be, those are the only people that matter. I'm going to put the QR code up on the screen. I'm going to put the description down in the link below, or the link down in the description below. So if you want to vote for it, I encourage you to. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you've seen all of the other type of videos like this from different content creators, and I just want to encourage you to pick Gleamix, the Morning Frost on Mars, as one of your votes. You get 3 votes. Top 3 vote. Vote for your top 3 inks from 2025 Colorverse collection. Voting is open until January 31st, 2026. So that is the cutoff date. I'm going to try and get this out there as quickly as possible. Let me put my email address in. It's all you have to do is put your email address in, and let's see. So all you have to do is vote for your top 3. Top 3, whichever top 3 you want to vote for, that's all you have to do, and submit it in. I have the Morning Frost on Mars already on mine, so S tier. I need to figure out what in S tier I want to fully vote for. So we have 6 inks. Erebus Crater. There it is. Erebus Crater. Snow Angel. Morning Frost on Mars. Blue Hole. Follow the Water. And Polar Night. Okay. So these are all of, smush these all over here. Yay! So these are all the inks we have. We already voted for Morning Frost on Mars, so that's not even a question. That's one we voted for. That's our top spot. So we have 5 more inks and 2 more votes. I reached over to move this, and my watch was like, "Good job, you moved." Okay, out of these ones, I think I want to do Follow the Water because that's an ink that I have never seen before. And I do enjoy how it is all of, I think that's too bright. Let's try that. Ugh. Nope, that did not help. So Follow the Water has the shimmers. It has all of the special sauce. I really like it. I love all the colors. I think that's another one. So that leaves 1 more we can vote for. So we have a Dusty Taupe color, which I don't know. see. I don't know. I don't know. The blue hole one, I really like the color of it. I love the lavendery color of Polar Night. I love the dusty pink. I think dusty pinks are a lot of them though. I've seen people do videos of their best dusty pinks. So you know what? I'm gonna put that one back. We're not voting for Snow Angel. I feel like it is very, like it's all over the place. Polar Night I really like. Blue Hole, while it is so pretty, it's just like the one color. It does shading really well, but it's just kind of the one color, so that one's a maybe. What I really like about these two is, one, the base colors. They both have gray in them, and again, I really love a gray. This is a dark gray with others into it, and this is a gray purple with pink into it. All right, there's Erebus. Where was Polar Night? Polar Night was a little bit further right. 16. Oh, that was right after Follow the Water. Okay. So. I really like this, but it's so light. I really like it, but it's so light. I already, okay, looking at this, there's a lot more color variation between, or the Erebus has more color variation than the Polar Night. The Polar Night is a grayish purple with pink. This is gray that goes into a yellow, and it has red into it and more of a green. Okay, I think that's it. I'm going to vote for Erebus. I'm going to vote for Erebus. All right. So I got Erebus, Morning Frost, and Follow the Water. That's right. Okay, so that's what we're voting for. That's what wins. We are... Put those down into A tier because I will definitely use those inks again. So this is our final tier. So that's what we are voting for. We're voting for Erebus Crater, Morning Frost on Mars, and Follow the Water. That is our tier link of all of the inks in the 2025 Colorverse Advent Calendar. I am so happy I voted for this. If you guys want to vote, like I said, I will put the QR code on screen. I will put the link to the Google Forms in the description below. I definitely encourage everyone to at least vote for the Gleamix, because if we show the industry that we like the thing, that's why it's all saturated with teal lately. Everybody said they liked the color, and companies are pumping out that color. Let's tell them that we want different colors. We want shimmer additives. I don't know. I've heard people say that other companies have those. I've never seen it. I didn't know it was a thing. I love this one, and I am so excited to add it to different colors and just have that, and I can't wait. If we vote for it enough, they'll add different shimmer color varieties as well, and we can add our own shimmers to ink, and that's great, and I love it. So definitely I encourage everybody to add that into it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I really liked, like I said, most of these colors. Most of these colors are really pretty. There's some in there that I will probably never use, like I said. But that being said, if you would like to have some of these colors, or like a little sample size of some of these colors or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. I have way more ink now than I ever thought I would, and I don't know if I'll be able to go through all of them. I'm going to try. But I am also extremely spoiled. My husband buys me a lot of inks. So if you guys want to try some of these, especially those that aren't picked in the thing, like you said, like the thing website said, you have till the 31st of January 2026 to vote for them. Vote for your top 3. We will get the ink with the highest votes in a larger format, so you can buy it in a 30 milliliter size. So vote for that. If you want to try any of these other inks, reach out to me. Let me know. I have a Discord. It's in my description. You send me a message or whatever. Just let me know. And I will try my bestest to get some of that ink out to you. We should share all of the wealth. We have so many inks here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to do all of the YouTube things, like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and enjoying this process with me. I hope you did. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.